Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I am Canon EOS photographer RandallMRueff, and as you can see here in front of you, an image of the Canon 30 to 300 millimeter cinema lens and the Canon 14.5 to 60 millimeter cinema lens. And in this video, I'm going to focus more on the top lens as shown here, and that is the Canon 30 to 300 millimeter cinema lens. Okay, now, what I'm going to be focusing on in this video is the internal lens rotations and the benefits to having a lens with internal lens rotations. First of all, let's talk off. The 30 to 300 lens weighs 12.79 pounds. That's just shy of 13 pounds, so it is not a light lens as far as photography lenses go. Okay? So keep that in mind. Okay, next, if you look at the 30 to 300 millimeter lens on top there, on the right side you have the aperture, which has a 63-degree rotation. In the middle you have the focal length, which goes from 30 to 300 obviously, and it has a 160-degree rotation. And then on the left side you have a focus of 300-degree rotation. So you can rotate it 300 degrees. Now, I'm not sure exactly why they made each of these rotations the way they did. But you can be assured, one, that they're quality, two, that there is a reason, and that it's overall a very good lens. Okay, so well, I'm not sure exactly why. One has 300, one has 160, one has 63. I'm sure there is a reason. I don't know it. I mean, I'm just gonna be honest with you. The 300-degree rotational focuser does give you the ability to fine focus whatever you're focusing on. So I do know that's part of the focusing one, but I couldn't really tell you about the other two. Okay. Next, I want to talk about the benefits of internal lens rotation and the downsides. The downside, obviously, being the price, okay? This lens goes for, the 30 to 300 here shown here goes for about between $44,000 and $45,000. That's very, very expensive where I come from. So that's the downside. The two upsides, however, or the two main upsides, I should say, are that the push-pull lenses don't look as professional. While the images may be professional, they don't. When somebody's looking at you using a push-pull lens, even though it may be a high-quality lens like the 20 to 300 or the 100 to 400, for some reason it doesn't look as, you don't look like as much as a professional as you do using an internal rotation lens or internal focusing lens, or where all the stuff is done internally. Now, I'm not quite sure what the reason behind that is, but it's just the reality. When you're using a push-pull lens, it doesn't look, for a lot of people, it doesn't look as professional as using a lens that has internal rotations. So from an aesthetic looking professional point of view, this would be a better lens, okay? Not to say that the push-pull lenses aren't good. It's just aesthetically, when you use them and you push-pull, it doesn't look as professional to a lot of people. So this would, again, it would be a better looking lens when you're using it aesthetically. Second, and more importantly, as far as I'm concerned, is the weather resistance of the non-push-pull lens compared to the push-pull lens. I currently have a 28 to 300. That is not a Canon lens, but it is a push-pull 28 to 300. And every time you push or pull, air is either sucked in or pushed out. And because of this, the possibility of getting dirt, dandruff, moisture, lint, sand, any kind of small particle that's either airborne or may rub off your clothes or whatever, the possibility of getting inside that lens and needing to have that lens cleaned professionally is a possibility. Now, having said that, I've had my particular 28-300 for several years, and I've never had that problem. Okay, so, but again, I personally don't shoot at a lot of beaches or a lot of shores or around a lot of water. So somebody that shoots around a lot of water or sand, I can understand where that might be a problem. Okay, so the fact that this lens isn't a push-pull lens, and the fact that it has internal, makes it more weather sealed, more weather tight, and again, that just makes it a better lens. And again, when you're paying the amount of money you have to pay to buy this lens currently, you want all the positive benefits, and looking aesthetically better and being better as far as weather protection and weather resistance are two things that are definitely a consideration, especially the latter. So, but that's the main benefits of the internal focusing. I really like the 3300. I wish I could afford it. I wish I had it myself. But and I'm hoping that it's autofocus. Now again, I can't confirm or deny the autofocus on this lens on either the EF or the PL mount. Now the EF stands for electronic focus, so you'd think that this lens on an EF mount would electronically focus. But there's no autofocus to manual switch that's visible. There's no information in the material that says it does or does not exist. So as far as I'm concerned, there's no proof either way that this lens does autofocus. And I would think for the price, it should. Without question. Yeah. So aside from that, it's an awesome lens. And it may be, if it does have it, maybe it's better than I think. So, but that's the advantages of the internal lens rotation, and a brief description of the focusing, being able to set some of the settings on the outside, and I hope that's giving you some useful information. So until next time, I'm Canon EOS Photographer, Randall M. Rueff, saying thanks for watching. Have a good day, and God bless you. Bye.